This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Longspur Tracking and Outfitting. Longspur has 28 trackers covering 9 states: West Virginia, Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Illinois, and Iowa. Check them out for all your tracking needs on their Facebook page or visit them at www.whitetaildeertracking.com. Or contact them today at 304-439-1659. Longspur Tracking and Outfitting, www.whitetaildeertracking.com or 304-439-1659. Contact them today.
Folks, welcome to another episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls, where deer camp becomes a reality for every listener. Join us as we talk God, family, country, and everything outdoors. Kick back, relax, and have a listen. Now, here's your host and co-host, Mike and Dan.
Good Lord, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah, we do.
And, you know, we got a computer over here. It's sitting all by itself.
Yeah, me and Dave's over here. Oh, man.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Though?
God.
Dang.
That's so awful.
That's all right. I'm pretty sure you was outside by the truck and you hollered for Dave.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I
already had it. I already had it in my mind how I was getting you back.
Oh, gosh. Man, I hope everybody's staying warm. I think wind chill this morning was like -1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cold.
God.
It was cold.
It didn't get past 20 today, I don't think. It's supposed to be even colder tomorrow morning.
I think, yeah, it's supposed to be -2 this evening.
Yeah. And we got some more snow coming in this weekend, I think. But the good thing is we've got a show in Charleston to where you can come in and stay out of the cold.
We do. That's for sure. That's the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show.
Yep, West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show.
Don't forget, that's this weekend, the 24th through the 26th. That's brought to you by the West Virginia Hunters Association. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association. Man, got all tongue-tied here. This show always brings seminars, various tips, tricks, equipment, gear, adventures. You can buy adventures, book adventures, hunting, fishing trips across the state, out of state, all the way to Africa.
Yeah,
we've got vendors that you can hunt in Africa if you want to. So don't forget to join us and hundreds of other exhibitors at the 2025 West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. And don't forget to get your big bucks scored at the show and hung up at the West Virginia Whitetail Hall of Fame. You can always listen here on the Limb podcast or West Virginia Outdoors with Chris Lawrence on 58 WCHS Saturday mornings for more details about the show. But it's coming quick, so.
Yeah. You know, this is the 37th show.
30, yeah.
And we've got Glen Jarrell on. He's their analyst, their marketing analyst, and he's also a member of the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association. So he's been
it's a tongue twister.
He's been a lifelong member, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about that here in a minute. But we're going to mention some other things that we've got going on. So the West Virginia Backcountry Hunters and Anglers chapters teaming up with Nature's Voice Game Calls to host an exciting interactive pint night at the Fife Street Brewing Company.
Yep.
So this will be our second annual one that we've done for them there.
Right. Yeah, and the last one was great, man. We had
a
blast.
We had a great time. So that's going to be happening Saturday, January 25th yes, it is.
That changed Friday.
Yep. They forgot to update that on the thing. That was a copy and paste there.
Oh.
So that's Friday.
From 8 to 10.
January the 24th. And that's going to be from 7 to 10 p.m. is their event. Where they'll be talking, conservation stories and, different fellowship. The social occasion will be directly following the great day there at the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association show. And, you can find chapter leaders there that you can talk to, different things about the outdoors. They also have a Backcountry Hunters and Anglers booth at the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. So at the pint night, you'll enjoy chatting with chapter leaders, expo vendors that come over and join us, and other like-minded folks about all things outdoors.
And don't forget you can drink.
Yeah.
Some great West Virginia.
And they've got plenty of good food there.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. They got amazing food. We had something last year that was it was simple. It was their fried bologna. It was simple, but they put a little twist on it, man.
Their fried bologna's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're excited to do, like I said, another recording there, live podcast for our episode this year. And we appreciate the West Virginia backcountry hunters and anglers for allowing us to be a part of that awesome event. We'll be there podcasting from 8 to 10 because we've got the hunting and fishing show there. We're going to be working our booth. We're going to have somebody fill in for us there at the booth while we go over and do this. So if you're in the Charleston and Huntington area and want to come get involved with the BHA chapter, let us know and come to the event. They want you to RSVP, so you can go to www.backcountryhunters.org/West Virginia _BHA _pint night _fife. It'll be on our link. We're here with the episode. So
and also don't forget there might be a few sweet raffle items along with the great membership incentives at the Pint Night.
Yep. So. And these Pint Nights are nationally presented by Onyx Maps. So episode 138 has dropped right now. We just put that out right before we got on the air. Yeah. So we did an episode with Matt Zappani, owner of Cobb Creek Supply Company. He's based out of Arkansas. Be sure to check them out on all the major outlets there on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts for all our past and present episodes. And don't forget about Podcast 10 at checkout with outdoor-pro-shop.com. You get 10% off of your order.
Yeah, looks like we got some wild flavor in the comments tonight.
Oh, do we?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Hunt Chefy. Hunt Chef will be at the show this year.
Yes, he will.
All right, so without further ado, please welcome with me Glen Jarrell, the advertising and marketing analyst for the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association. Glen, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
This is our 37th year that West Virginia Trophy Hunters will be presenting the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show at the Charleston Coliseum. It's a big event. We're probably expecting around 11,000 people. And we put the show on every year for the benefit of our exhibitors and outfitters that come from all over the country. And actually, we'll have outfitters from South Africa here. And really, it's not only for them, but for the local hunters and fishermen in the area. They can come in, talk to the outfitters. If they want to talk about a trip up at the Great Lakes, a fishing trip, they can find out all the details, what's involved in it and the costs and so forth. And the same if they want to go to Canada for a bear hunt or a moose hunt, or if they want to go out for elk hunt in the western United States. So that's what we're all about. And I'm glad you guys are going to be there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we always look forward to it. Yep. It's a great time.
Our show will start at noon on Friday and go till 9 at night. And then on Saturday, it's from 9 to 9. And then on Sunday, it's from 10 to 5. So we'll be there all weekend.
Nice.
Okay, so that's noon on Friday. That's when the ribbon cutting ceremony commences, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Now,
yes.
Is everybody invited to that, or is that just...
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. I'd like for you guys to be right there at the ribbon cutting, okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how many normally do you all have in attendance for that? We've seen pictures, and it seems like a good bit of people come out for that.
Actually, for the total 3 days, back a few years ago, we'd have as many as 15,000. But as you know, a lot of businesses and people have left southern West Virginia. So now if we're expecting at least probably 11,000 people.
Yeah, I know the attendance there was low for a while, but it's starting to ramp back up.
Yes. Yeah, and it looks like the weather's going to be decent, so I'm sure a lot of people have got cabin fever, and I'm hoping they'll get to come out.
Yeah, definitely. So, Glen, if you don't care, just give us a background on yourself and how long you've been a part of the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association.
Well, actually, like I say, we've been putting the show on for 37 years, and I've been at almost all of them, okay?
Wow,
nice.
All of our members are volunteers. We get paid nothing. We do it, like I say, for the benefit of our local hunters and fishermen and exhibitors and outfitters, and the people the conservation organizations and youth outdoor education activities, they all benefit from our charitable donation program. When we get through paying all of our bills, we look at these charitable programs and say, hey, there's great programs that the Department of Natural Resources have. We'll donate money for them. And like I say, we're nonprofit, so after we pay our bills, we take our profit and we give it back to organizations that have conservation in minded programs and so forth. For example, the Department of Natural Resources, we've gave them money to buy land for public use. They have a great program called, Archery in the Schools, which has been a very successful program. and we support it. There's other programs that the schools have. They might put aquariums in a classroom and teach about conservation, water control, and so forth. So we'll benefit programs like that. That's what we're all about.
Nice. Now with this event, you guys, like we mentioned there, you guys have multitudes of seminars. If you don't care, could you break down a few of those on maybe a couple of them each day? We don't have to go through all of them if you don't want, but
yeah, you guys have got a large schedule.
The Department of Natural Resources will have several seminars there. They'll be talking about programs that they have going on. It may be a study like a black bear study that they finished a few years ago, or some other study. They actually had one on rattlesnakes here a few years ago, but they'll give us updates on what's going on there. The Department of Natural Resources will actually be there with the law division. And if you have any questions about hunting and fishing rules, regulations, and laws, they'll be able to talk to you there about those. So there's many things going on with seminars. So come on down. The seminars will be going on all day on Saturday, and we'll have the birds of prey will be there. They'll have a nice seminar.
Nice.
Plus the birds will be out in the lobby. So you can bring your youngsters in. They can see an eagle up close and personal. They'll have several hawks and owls there. So there's something there for everyone, not only the adults, but a lot of things are going on for the youngsters.
Oh, yeah, and that's the birds of prey is usually when you come in the front doors there, correct? Is that where it's going to be?
Yes. They'll be there around noon to 1 o'clock or so. Okay. And like I say, they'll be one of the seminars, excuse me. So, and there's a lot of other things for the youngsters. This year, the National Guard will be there with their wall that you can climb, their climbing wall.
Oh, nice.
So I'm sure the youngsters will enjoy that. We have a beautiful area set up for the youngsters where they can get off their feet, set in color, and so forth. They'll be able to shoot archery. The Department of Natural Resources will have their no-shoot trailer there where they can go in. It's a laser shoot. Not only is it fun to shoot, it's very educational. If a deer comes out and they shoot and the officer says, hey, did you see that fence? Do you have permission to shoot across that fence and so forth? Or is it a safe shot?
And
so all that's going on. They'll be able to cast. They'll have a fishing group there so they can do some casting. So there's something for the adults and there's something for the children. There's a lot of things for the ladies too. They get a lot of things for the shopping. There'll be a lot of pink there.
Yeah, nice. So speaking of the ladies like the fashion show that goes on there, even though it's a wide variety of men and women. Tell us a little bit about the Cabela's fashion show that goes on.
Absolutely. The fashion show was a great hit last year. Again, we'll have all different from the youngsters to adults modeling the latest camouflage and so forth. So it's a very successful. And again, it will be right there in the main auditorium. So we have a stage set up. So once you get in, it's all inside there. Not only do we have that going on Saturday, but on Saturday night, there's a great auction that goes on where all of our exhibitors will donate things. If someone's interested in a safari, there'll be several safaris in the, from South Africa auctioned off. There'll be some great deals there. There'll be some great deals on some guns. Beautiful knives will be auctioned off. Beautiful clothing, artwork. So anything to do with the outdoors, it'll be there.
Nice.
That's a great event on Saturday afternoon. It starts at 5 o'clock.
We had a question there from one of our listeners. They're asking, are you guys doing the kids competition thing again this year, where they got the cards and they go around to different booths and do the shooting challenge and the fish?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a good question. I should have mentioned that. Yes, we call it the outdoor challenge. The youngsters will go around like I say, they'll be able to shoot archery. Then they'll do the laser shoot. Then they'll do the casting. They'll do a couple other things. They'll get points for each one of them, get their card filled out. And then at the end, we'll have a drawing and they'll win a beautiful trophy. It's absolutely beautiful. So there is a lot of things for the youngsters. Bring them on down.
Awesome. All right, Glenn, we're going to take a break real quick and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Do you want the true Western hunt experience? Book your hunt of a lifetime today with Highland Outfitters, LLC. located in Highland, Wyoming, 50 miles west of Casper. Their location in central Wyoming gives you access to some of the best hunting areas in the state. Highland specializes in archery hunts for elk and antelope. Their operations include Wyoming, Texas, and Africa. Highland Outfitters employs some of the finest guides in the business. All guides are licensed by the Wyoming Board of Professional Outfitters and Guides. No matter what the species you decide to hunt, you can count on your guide giving you 110% of being the true professional guide from start to finish. Book your hunt today at 307-797-3311 or 307-797-3312. Visit them on the web at HighlandOutfitters.com. With Highland Outfitters, you will get the true Western adventure. All right, guys, we're back with Glen Jarrell, advertising analyst for the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association. And so our Salute to Valor is one of the things that we love to do. So, Glenn, if you don't care, we're going to have Dan do our Salute to Valor real quick.
Absolutely. So tonight our Salute to Valor is going out to Matthew Gillette, born and raised in Kalamazoo, Michigan. He was in the United States Air Force, a.k.a. Chair Force. He was an E7. He served for 20 years out of Ellsworth Air Force Base.
South Dakota?
Yeah, South Dakota. And Fort Dix, New Jersey. He finished up his career at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. He was deployed to Balad Air Force Base in Iraq, Ali Air Force Base in Iraq, Bagram Air Force Base in Afghanistan, the United Arab Emirates, Kandahar, Afghanistan, to the Kobani LZ, Syria, Sigonelli, Sicily. And we'll just call it Sicily because I can't pronounce that.
You're not Italian.
Yeah. it's not Italian. He was awarded 3 MSMs and 6 Air Force Accommodation Medals and 5 Air Force Achievement Medals.
Nice.
He retired in February of 2024.
Right.
Just
almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago to the day. Cool.
Wow.
So fresh out civilian, basically.
Thank you, Matthew Gillette, for your service, sir. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Glenn. So back to the West Virginia Trophy Hunters hunting and fishing show there. So one of the major sponsors is the West Virginia DNR. Tell us about that partnership and how that's changed some of the dynamics of the show.
That has really changed. Like I say, we have a big stage set up in the main arena. They're sponsoring it. And then I think I cut you short a while ago. You asked me about the presentations. The Department of Natural Resources will have presentation like on boater safety. They'll have a hunter safety presentation.
Okay.
They'll have a state parks presentation. All these are with the Department of Natural Resources, and they're doing a great job with us, partnering with us on the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show.
Now, speaking on that, I was curious on, you got the dive team. What's that seminar going to entail a little bit, if you don't care?
And I'm sorry, what was the question?
You had a seminar with the dive team. It looked like DNR dive team, I think is what it was.
I had a boater safety program and hunter safety program.
Okay.
A state parks presentation. They're going to have a trout stocking, gold rush type presentation. Let me see what else we've got.
I think that was on.
Go ahead.
Friday. The presentation was on Friday. DNR NRPO dive team.
All Natural Resource Police dive team.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see a DNR fish management presentation. Yes, I see it. I'm sorry. At 7 o'clock at night, the DNR will have a dive team presentation. I'm looking forward to that myself.
Yeah, that piqued my interest because I partake in the scuba diving adventures.
Yeah, there's a little something for everybody there. I mean,
yes, there is.
With all the vendors that are there, I mean, you've got a numerous amount of products.
Oh, yeah.
Game calls, camouflage, socks.
We'll probably have 130 or so vendors and outfitters. And like I say, they're from all over the western states and Canada, even as far as Florida and so forth. So if you're interested in a saltwater fishing trip or one up at the Great Lakes, there'll be someone there for you to come and talk to about them, and any kind of hunting trip that you want. And the best part about it, you can come in and talk to the outfitters face to face, get all the information, and then go back and make a decision. Or if you want, or you can actually book right on site.
Nice.
So there is something there. And like I say, it's a variety of anything from outdoors. There'll be several beautiful boats set up in the lobby. So everything from pontoon boats to beautiful bass boats.
Now we're all talking about the outdoors and the apparel and all the equipment that we can use. We can't forget they got food.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some food vendors there. The pickle guy.
Yes.
I mean, everybody loves the pickle guy.
Yes.
Absolutely, the pickle guy. Everywhere I go, people ask me, "Is the pickle man going to be there?" I say, "Absolutely." You know,
I don't know if I've ever not seen them there.
That's amazing. You won't believe how many pickles they sell. I mean, they sell them by the 5-gallon buckets.
Oh yeah, they sure do.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And then you'll have Paul Ronk with Ronk Family Farms with the maple syrup,
cotton candy,
and
whatever else he's created this year.
Yeah. Then you'll have Hunter's Choice specialty products with trout jerky,
trout dip, trout jerky, all that.
Oh my gosh, I could eat my weight in that stuff.
Oh my Lord. Yeah.
And then you'll also have Hunt Chef there with his seasonings and stuff. But you have, let's see, what is it, deer legs processing?
Absolutely. Yes, they'll be there. And they sell sausage like you wouldn't believe. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
And in fact, I know about every year they'll sell out in the evening, and next morning they'll come in with a truckload, and the guy say, "I cooked all night long." You know?
Yeah.
So
and they do.
They love the show, and it's very successful.
Yep. Now, not only with the vendors, I think you can actually go into the parlor right outside of the exposition hall, and you can get food in the parlor as well for this Coliseum and Convention Center, correct?
Absolutely. You can go in, get off your feet, get some lunch, ever what you want, relax a while, then come back into the show. You can't see it all in just a few hours, okay?
No, you can't.
Take your time and sit and look at, talk to everyone, and you'll have to take a break every once in a while.
You sure do.
And like you were saying, you can talk to these outfitters and get an idea of what kind of hunt you're looking for. And a lot of times these guys have show type specials. So
oh yeah.
Sometimes it's better to try to book with them right then and there, but obviously you guys do your research, figure out what exactly you're looking for.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You're definitely going to get a better price there at the show.
Yeah.
They give show prices.
Not only can you get a deal there, but you can find out how difficult a hunt is. Is it difficult? Is it going to be a horseback ride in? Is it going to be a walk in? Yep. What kind of equipment will you need? What kind of weather is it? Are they predicting that time of the year when you're coming and so forth? Or if you're going on a trip, a fishing trip, what do I need to bring? Are they going to provide everything and so forth? So again, there's a wealth of information there, and it's nothing better than, talking to them face to face.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So Glenn, you talking about everybody there with the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association is volunteers. Every year when we come in, obviously we're vendors. We have been for a while. And we've got nothing but the utmost respect for those guys, and they help out. They help you unload. They help you, set up your booth if you want to. I mean, they're really
absolutely
they're really helpful. So, how many volunteers do you have?
Yeah, we consider them a guest, just like you would in your house. Okay, and so that's the way we like to treat them. And we get that kind of stories from everyone. If I get a new vendor or an outfitter, I may ask him, "Hey, how'd you hear about us?" "Oh, I heard about from another vendor, another outfit that I see at the other shows." They say, "Hey, you got to go to Charleston, West Virginia. Yeah. Those people treat you right."
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been going to the show since I was a young kid. And I would go every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So don't just come one day. That's right. You got to come all 3 days.
Right. And like I say, I'm sure you could go through it on Friday, think you saw it on, come back on Saturday and say, "Gosh, I missed that one," or "I missed that one."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
It does get busy at times.
Yep.
And so that's great that you get to come each day.
Yep, sure is. So you've been pretty busy here recently with some shows that you've done. You were on Mr. Allen's show today. You were on Chris Lawrence, and you done one there with Jim Strawn. So you're pretty talked out, ain't you?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim Strawn is he's my big helper, okay?
Yeah.
And he knows all you guys, so he books me with everyone, and it's a lot of fun going with him. He's a real professional. He's the best at what he does. So he is a big help in getting the word about the hunt show, where it is, what time it is, and the cost and so forth. And by the way, it is a real deal. It's only $12 for adults and children under 12 get in free.
Right.
That's awesome.
I was getting ready to ask what the prices were, so you cover that for me. I appreciate it.
Yep, good deal. All right, Glenn, well, it was great having you on. This is your first time being on the show, so we sure appreciate your time this evening.
Okay, you're cutting me short. I want to talk about
no, go ahead.
things.
Go ahead, by all means.
But the only thing, I did want to talk about the Whitetail Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Beautiful mounts will be there. And like I say, the Department of Natural Resources will be there doing scoring the whole weekend. If you have a nice whitetail buck that you've harvested and want to come in and have it scored, there are official scores there. So there is a whole lot going on. Like I say, the auction will be going on. And the seminars will be going on all 3 days. And that's a great list of seminars. Yes. So come on down, guys.
Now, with that whitetail scoring, will they score anything but whitetail? Like, will they score an elk?
I don't know, honestly.
You stumped him on that one, Dad.
Sorry.
That's fine. Well, I guess we'll find out.
You just have to take it up there and see.
I'm gonna bring my elk head down, see if they'll score
it. Have you got an elk?
I do.
All right.
It's actually a find from Arizona. It was an intact skull. What's a 6x6? I think. Yeah, I can't even remember. I look at it every day and I can't remember.
It's
what
a
it
big
is.
one.
It's a nice one.
If it's a 6x6, you have a trophy. Bring it down. I'd like to see it.
All right,
okay?
yeah, it'll be at our booth the whole weekend, so I'll bring it down.
Super.
Yeah.
Super. Okay.
All right, Glenn. Anything else you'd like to mention before we get off?
I think that's it. I just want to say that, hey, everyone's welcome, and there is something there for everyone. Like I say, there's lots of things for the youngsters, and there's just anyone who has anything to do with the outdoors. I don't care if you just like canoeing or whitewater rafting, or if you have just anything on the outdoors, it'll be there. You can get a lot of information about the area that you're interested in, and it's a good time. We have a real good time.
Yep,
and I'm telling you, we have some really prime outfitters. I mean, we try to sort out the riffraff, try to put on a quality show.
Yeah, it's definitely a quality show for sure. Well, again, we thank you for your time, and we sure appreciate it.
Hey, I thank you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Yep, looking forward to seeing you too. Thank you, Glenn. You have a good night.
Okay, buddy. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Well, there it is. We had Glen Jarrell with the West Virginia Trophy Hunters Association. First time he was on the show, so that was pretty good. He was like, "You're cutting me short there."
Yeah, we can't be cutting him short. Now you had some more information.
Yeah, well, you know, I really just forgot about it because we mentioned the Trophy Hunters thing there at the beginning, and I didn't have that in one of our talking points to talk about. But he remembers. He's on it.
That's good. That's what we want.
Yeah. No, I definitely didn't want to cut him short. I knew that he had. He knew what he wanted to talk about.
Hey, anybody who wants to set us straight, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, we sure appreciate it. And be sure to come out this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, 12 to 9, right?
Yep.
Saturday, 9 to 9.
Yep.
And Sunday, 9 to 5. Right. So we're there all 3 days.
Be there all days.
And if you want to come out Friday night, meet us at the Fife Street Brewing Company. Come out and meet all the backcountry hunters and anglers, board members and leaders, chapter leaders, and check it out and see what it's all about. I mean, it might be something you want to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Don't forget to check out naturesvoicegamecalls.com and use podcast 15 at checkout for 15% off all your orders. That's right.
All right. Well, we sure appreciate everybody listening tonight. Thanks for watching our live, and be sure to share it. This episode will go out before the hunting show, so this will go out on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast, on Spotify as well. So thanks, everybody, for listening and watching. Have a great evening. This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Apparition Scents, an outdoor and sporting goods company based in Dilliner, Pennsylvania. All of their scents developed and hand bottled with strict attention being paid to every detail. Contact them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. 100% lethal or your money back guaranteed. Get a hold of them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com.